Good evening all. Let me know if I have sound on the mic, sound in the music. Hopefully not too much sound from all that noise on the track. Tell you what, when you're running a PA1, a B unit and 5 coaches, it makes a lot of clatter. Plus I've got the little CN switcher rattling around the track. Hello Caboose, hello Robert Ventura, hello to Rail fans. You all popped in at the last second, or the first second. So I have nothing planned. I think I just want to chill tonight, run some trains. If you've got one that you desperately want to see in the track, and if I have it, I'll throw it on the track. Thanks to Rail fans, it's got a long way to go and I can't believe how long it's taken to do it. Of course it doesn't help that I keep playing with my trains all the time, but hey, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. It's a hobby after all, not a job. That little CN is too fast. I'm gonna have to bring him off. So as you may notice on this view, bottom right corner we've got the Lehigh Valley next to the one that I raided all the parts from, or for. Here's the story. I just can't get this little switcher to go at the right speed. It's either too fast or too slow, so he's coming off. And we'll go for some Conrail, shall we? Right, they are both DCC, so hopefully they won't be catching up to each other too quickly. Should be speed matched, I hope. Hello Bill, welcome in. Nice to see you. That's quite a name. Someone said something. What? Oh wait a minute. I can't tell where the name stops and the comment starts. I can't actually read it. What's the grade? Right, okay, so the grade that you're currently looking at is 2%. And the grade at the other side, coming down the hill, is 4.5%, possibly 5% in certain areas. It's crazy. That's why they always come down that hill and not up. Hello Tanner Cast from Kansas. And since Bill is in, we will be running the CSX that he sent me, which is a really nice little DCC loco. Wait a minute, that Conrail's going too fast. Slow down there, buddy. Okay, that should do it. Hopefully. I was really surprised at how much space you need for a 2% rise. It's crazy. Because if you look at this, the highest point on that particular view is up at the edge of the trees at the top, and it needs all this space to come down to the end of the ballast, and half of that is 4.5 to 5%. It's crazy. Whereas this side needs even more distance. Basically from that little bridge in the middle all the way up to the station at the top is 2%. That's how much space you need for a 2% rise. It's crazy. Hello Phil Sigmund from Idaho, and hello Aussie Frenchman. Thank you very much, Aussie. I'm doing my best. That Conrail's still too fast. What is going on? Slow down. Okay, that's your last chance. If you still catch up with my Hudson, then you're coming off. 2.8% on a 26-inch radius. That's actually pretty good, I think. I mean, I don't know anything, but that sounds good to me. Yeah, 2% up and down would be great, but you know, maybe in the next layout, or at least maybe in the next extension to this layout. I'll think about that. You can see that all the buildings have moved back into the town, despite me promising to do the whole town thing this weekend. Just didn't get around to it, but they're not stuck down. I can remove all the buildings and get stuck into the moving car system in about 10 minutes. I mean, it doesn't take 5 minutes to move all that stuff and get stuck in, but as soon as I get started in that, then I'm not going to be able to play with trains, you know? I will bring in the... Is it Hudson and Delaware, or Delaware and Hudson? I can never figure out which way around it is. But anyway, I'm going to bring that one in on the next loop. Send out something else for a wee while. I don't have two similar enough locos to do double headers, to be honest. They're either going to be pulling or pushing. Once we get all DCC, you know, proper DCC set up, then I'll think about that. But for now, no. I mean, I can, but it's puts a lot of strain on the little plastic couplers, doesn't it? Right, I'm trying to take this easy, not have any crazy crashes like I did last time. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Hello, Gary Jardine. Why did you decide to get into hobby? Was it a childhood thing or just an interest you want to check out? It was kind of a childhood thing, but I didn't have the space, money, time. I had the time, I just didn't have the space or money. Obviously, being a kid. But even when I got older, I still didn't have the space or money. Came to Canada. Now I've got the space, still don't have the money, but we're getting there. one of these hobbies that you just wish you could have get into earlier, right? So enjoyable, so relaxing. Someone said something. I'm all analog still, mostly Athearn Blue Box locos. Oh, I love the Athearn. They're not the quietest of locos, right? But they just run forever and they're so easy to work on. Some are geared differently, and as long as they're not too far off, I get away with it. He's talking about the double header thing. The Tunnel Porter, Stephen David, hello by the way. Your video's coming out on Monday, by the way, your mail call Monday. The Tunnel Porter's just sitting there for now, and the light underneath for the tunnel is just a Dollarama, dollar store USB thing. Kind of works quite well. I might get a few of them and kind of hide the string light to shine. Maybe along the edge of the rock face, but on this side of the track, so that it kind of shines upwards of the rock. Could be quite nice, but I need to hide the light with a little fence. I also need to rewire it so that I can plug it into the layout. I'm not keen on USB plugs, they get very hot. They're not designed for constant use like this. Thanks, Gary. I did put a lot of thought and then I had to rejig it and then put more thought and then do it again. But I don't think it's ever going to be finished, to be honest. I'm already thinking about adding a center peninsula. What was that weird glitch? Did anyone see a big purple glitch in the bottom left? That was weird. Jazz, that I'm going to call you, because Jas or JAS, that's just awkward. So it's Jazz. Howdy all, happy news for me and new to me. Tank Cat arrived today, as did replacement wheels for one of my locos, the trailing truck. Nice. Happy days. It's always nice to get new stuff in the post. What? It's giving you the... Right. Tyrone Wiley. Hello again, Dave, from the Motor City. That's Detroit, I believe. Working on an inclined bridge and it's giving me the blues. Wah, wah, wah. Sean's Pennywise and Miser Railroad. Even though I model N-scale, I have a couple Athearn Blue Box locos I'm putting decoders in to run on a friend's HO layout. Wow, I thought you were going to say you were putting decoders in an N-scale. I can't even imagine how that's possible, but good for you. That's what friends are for. Jazz, and I taught myself how to lighten the load of one of my gondola cars using foam inserts. Lighten the load? I thought gondola cars needed to be kind of heavy. There's nothing to them, but hey. Phil Sigmund, your smaller Union Pacific loco looks very similar to the ones that run around in Idaho. Are you talking about that one? Or are you talking about that one? I keep covering it up. I love this one. I think that is an FA1, maybe? Which is a lifelike Proto 1000. It's just one of my best running locos, and it will be going on the track at some point tonight. Oh, I was supposed to be putting something else on, but you're all yapping at me. Who have we got? Robert Ventura, something again. Yeah, okay, just... So is that Ja or J? See, it's not any easier. I'm going to call you J. No, I think I answered that, didn't I? This one. Lifelike Proto 1000. Gee, I used to fill my gondolas with actual rock, chunks of black rock to represent coal. This became very heavy for my locos to pull, I can imagine. Okay, next train. So this train I've just put on is still DC, still DC, but I'm running it on DCC for tonight. Did I put an LED in the front? No, it doesn't have an LED in the front yet. But I tell you what, this is one of my best locos. Accidentally, I think it was either $10 or $20, and it's really quiet. It's very similar runner to the Union Pacific I was showing you earlier on. As you can see, the passenger coaches are a work in progress. And they are all lit, but they're going to be LED converted. But I haven't decided if they're going to be on this train or for one of the other locos that I love. I need to do a simple paint job. I'm not ready to do anything too smart. It would just be like silver with a very thin stripe or something. Okay, let's see, chat. Nope. Someone said something. I don't think we're ever done with repairs. Right, I'm going to bring Conrail in and put my CSX DCC local one. If Bill is still here. Everyone say thanks to Bill for sending this to me a long time ago. It was the first DCC loco I ever got. In fact, it's the only DCC loco I've ever got. I've converted the Conrail one to DCC, but it's just a very basic power and light. Okay, where's that CSX? Hello Colin Frame, welcome along. And Paul Johansson, hello. Wow. I don't remember that CSX loco being quite so quiet. I've not ran it in a while. Maybe it needed a wee break. Yes, Turon, definitely painting the inside. Just black, brown, anything dark, obviously. I don't want it shining through. I've got a loco that I added LEDs to, and it was on one of the CP rail jobs. Oh, hold on. I'm neglecting my cameraman duties. Yeah, let me find that one. Oh, just bonked the mic, sorry. So, this one here, at least I think it's this one, full of LEDs, and the whole shell just lights up pinky red when I put it on the track. It's really funny. So yeah, I need to paint all those passenger coaches black or, you know, dark brown, dark grey, something like that. Oh, CSX is going to be a wee bit quick. Just need to speed up my Lehigh a little bit. My goodness, slow down, CSX. What's your problem? Said I was trying not to have any disasters tonight, and they're not cooperating with me. Here we go. Okay, Jay, yes, DCC is basically it's digital control, right? So you can control individual locos, you can change the direction back and forward. So basically you can, if you've got a big switching layout, then you can control it's kind of like radio controlled trains in that respect. So you can set the speed, leave a train running around the track, move on to a different train, and it's all from the same power supply. But yeah, you've got sound, you've got lights, you've got the flashing ditch light thing, you've got options for bells, horns, all sorts of stuff. There's so much to it, and all I've got at the moment is speed and light, which is fine for now. Stephen David is asking what my first car in Scotland was. It was, in fact, a Ford Cortina Mark IV. Loved that thing. And it was white, so of course I had to get white wing mirrors and white wheel trims, which are like hubcaps over here, big plastic discs that you slap on your steel wheels. Tremendous. Right, Turon says side the passenger car, send the CS ahead and bring the passenger car train behind it. Or just wait till it slows all the way down and speed it up again. Siding it means I have to get off my chair, and I don't want to do that because I'm lazy. Looks like Paul Johansson is leaving already. Good night. Oh, my plan, Jay, is to basically sit in my fat ass and control everything from this chair. From my PC or from a tablet, anything like that. Can't really do that at the moment with the Bachmann Easy controller, but at least it's DCC, it's a start. I can't believe I'm not getting more love for this Lehigh Valley F loco thing. I love it. No one's commented. Poor thing. Once it got matching coaches, it'll look a lot better, I think. I think I would get tired of the noises pretty quickly, to be honest. I think it would drive me mad. I already get migraines. I don't know if I could deal with honking horns and clanking wheels and all that all the time. But the occasional honking of a horn as it goes through a railroad crossing might be quite neat. Yeah, and all the sounds that you get for your decoder are like programmable sounds. You would go to somewhere specific to get the sound files for it. It's really cool. We almost had an incident there, did you see that? But I was on top of it. I was watching that. Right, I think we will... Okay, thanks Jay, thank you, I appreciate that, because it is one of my... It's a kind of... what's the word? Nah, brain fart, I can't think what I was going to say. It's one of those hidden gems, you know? It just kind of looks brown on camera, but it's a really deep purple, I totally love it. And obviously it runs really nice. I do have the Arduino stuff all in a box somewhere to set up. I've not done it yet, but that is the plan. I've got everything I need to run the full DCC EX, X++, whatever, ABCD, LGBTQ, whatever it is. I've got all the parts to make my own DCC system, but as someone mentioned before, that's a hobby in itself, just working out all those microelectronics, but it should be fun. Robert Ventura, some soundboards are just way too much. It's even worse with the ones that have the prime mover idle sounds. Yeah, totally. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's like minimum I've found for a DCC sound decoder is about 125 Canadian, plus tax, plus delivery. Ugh. The basic decoders I'm using just now are $25 plus tax, plus delivery, but there is a guy reasonably close to me that I can pick them up from without the postage, so it's about $30 each. It's not too bad. Convert a nice old Athearn or an old... let's see, the next one I'm going to do is the Walthers Trainline Via Rail loco. I'm going to make that DCC, but it's only going to be power and lights, but that'll do for now. Good evening, James. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, that's a good point. Someone. I'm just going to call you someone for short. Makes life easier. Yeah, I also like to hear the wheels going over the brakes in the track. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack sort of noise. That's what I always remember from being in real trains. Oh, he's a wee bit fast. Looks like we're getting a wee bit laggy. I wonder if it's just that camera or if it's the whole system. No, I think it's just that camera up there. Really looking forward to seeing James's layout come. I'll say that again because we dropped out. Looking forward to seeing James's layout. It's going to be epic. He spent a lot of time and effort getting the wood down. Well worth the effort, I think. I didn't spend nearly that much effort time. I had my base structure down in about 4 days. But you can probably tell because it's quite wobbly. Sorry, I didn't see that question about the steam train. I haven't worked on... The one I got from James, I haven't worked on that yet. I'm kind of scared because there's so many moving parts that I don't recognise. I mean, I can put it on the track and it will run, but I think I need to take everything else off the track because it has to go like full speed. It's not even been cleaned yet. Right, Robert, where are you planning on sticking the board on the train line? I found with the LED system I installed I had to remove the main weight from the chassis. Oh goodness, I never thought of that. Yeah, there's not a lot of room in there. Although the basic... I think I'm shouting into this mic. The basic decoder I'll be using is pretty small, so I think we'll be okay. Right, I'm going to bring in the Lehigh Valley. Ugh, he lives up in the mountain station, doesn't he? Just need to wait for the CSX to pass the siding, and then we'll get the Canadian National Steam Trainer. Hello Big Hoss, welcome along. Sorry I keep shouting when someone comes in. Do you have smoke fluid? Don't know if you're asking me, but I don't think my Steam Local... Oh, wait, the one that James gave me might be a smoky one. But no, I don't have smoke fluid. Unless it's like vape juice. And I've definitely got vape juice, so it could smell like custard as it puffs away. It's probably the same thing, right? Maybe not. Collins Railroad, did I say hello yet? If not, hello. Okay, so Jay says what you can use is mineral oil, which sounds what the same sort of stuff I would use in my RX-7 engine. Baby oil? Don't have any of that, don't have babies. Ugh, yuck. Right, next train. Oh, the CSX is in the wrong place again. Let's go to this camera. So I managed to get the couplers sorted out on the steam train and those sort of reefers. So that all works nice together, but I do need to get some passenger coaches. I know James has got a few, but I don't think he's ready to sell them to me yet. But they look great, so yeah, maybe 2 or 3 passenger coaches in the back of that would look awesome. In my humble opinion. Oh yeah, that steam train has quickly become one of my favourites. Certainly my favourite steam train, but then I've only got like 2. I might even consider putting a decoder into the steam train, but I've not taken that apart yet, so I have no idea what's going on inside that big tank thing. James, I was talking about the passenger coaches for the Canadian National steam train. The green ones. But maybe wait till I come back from my little trip to Scotland in December and we can discuss prices if you've got any for sale. Jay, I don't know if it has a hole down the chimney. I doubt it very much. That was one of those kits, sort of Christmas train kits that came from President's Choice, I believe. He needs to go a bit faster. There we go. Oh, 25. James has got 25 of the coaches that I require. That's just greedy. I'm surprised it's not 26. James buys everything in twos. I will check that, Jay, when it's not running around the track. I'm not doing it at the moment because that would be a complete disaster with all those wheels. Okay, this is the last lap for the CSX and then we're going to put something else on. Have I got any more DCC? No. So that'll be the end of the DCC event because I've only got 3 DCC at the moment. I've got 2 chips to add, 2 decoders to add, but I've not done it yet because I'm lazy. Yeah, you're right, Sean, and I've not seen any of it because ever since I've only known James for like 6 months, and in that time he's been building his new layout, so all I've seen is very recently he ran some trains round his little test oval track that he threw on. So, looking forward to seeing all his running stock. Right, let's get the CSX off. And we'll change to DC, put some DC run trains on. I'm on the wrong camera. There we go. The annoying thing is, any train that I've got that is DC, it runs so much better on DC power than DCC, and it doesn't buzz. Obviously, it's not designed to run in DCC, but this steam train is so quiet and smooth on DC. Right, what will we put on next? Anyone get a request? Yeah, roads are next on the list for me as well, Colin. In my town area, that needs to get a road right round the whole town. I think I'm going to put on my big Union Pacific PA... What? Oh wow, Colin read my mind. That's what we're doing. There she blows. Right, these are both running DC, so it's going to be sucking up all the power I've got going around this track. James, where does Mike live roughly? Is he local to us, or is he way down sort of towards Woodstock and all that? Past Brantford, I've got a feeling he's away down there. I could be wrong, he might be up Ottawa way. Hello Papa John Trains, welcome along. Not missed anything, trust me. Tell you what, that Union Pacific's going a wee bit fast. Normally the big Athearn PA1s take an awful lot of power to get around the track, but he seems to be catching the steam train. Oh right, we have a new person in the chat, and I think I've got a note of his name, and his name is on Troy. Hello Troy. I wrote your name down. So Troy is C44. Oh, I'm going to have to slow down that PA1. Best way to clean them? Grab that. Whoa. I'll just slow them both down for now. But yeah, are you talking about, I mean, cleaning every part of them, or what? Because if you're going to be cleaning the wheels, you really need to get the wheels off the trucks. It's really hard to clean wheels when they're still on a loco, especially if they're drive wheels like all the Athearns are. Okay, Mark, I will note your name down. Let's see. Houses. What are you asking? Oh, wait, whoa, come back. He's too fast for now. Put him on later. Right, so Mark was saying, are the houses 3D printed? Can they be done in N-scale? No, the houses are kits. Yeah, they're all just kits. But N-scale, oh yeah, I can definitely print N-scale houses because they would fit on all map printers, no problem at all. Yeah, I think there is definitely a growing interest in N-scale, but mostly just the engines and the rolling stock. I've not seen a lot of N-scale scenic stuff, you know, buildings and all that kind of thing. But I'm sure that'll start growing as well. I totally agree, Sean. I expected it to be junk because it is I think it's a Mahano, which Mahano are kind of okay, but this one runs like a Walther's train line. It's really quiet and smooth. And it's quite well detailed as well. Hello Eric, welcome along. I have a combination of all sorts of track. I think it's mostly brass, to be honest. And when I build a new layout, remember guys, and I'll say this with a straight face, this layout is my test layout. Okay, so when I build my real layout, shall we say, I'll be using nickel, silver jobs, and it'll all be the same height and it'll all be the same quality. This is all just train show stuff and marketplace stuff that I can get as cheap as possible. Does the job for now, learn the basics, and with a bit of care, a bit of planning, I made it work. I am finding that, especially in the UK, N-Scale is getting really popular because it takes up a lot less space, obviously. And coming from Scotland, I know that space is limited. It's just a fact of living over there. Any space that you've got in your house is used for living. It's not used for hobbies, you know. And we don't have basements in the UK. We got lofts sometimes, but they're not exactly prepped for human use, really. That's the wrong camera. I wanted that one. Here it is. You know what? Someone said it's just one loop, but there's lots of different routes it can go on that. And the reason it's only one loop is because I didn't really have enough space for 2 loops going round the bends. I would need about 4 feet of space, even with an 18-inch radius. Well, you would need an 18 on the inside and maybe a 22 on the outside. 4 feet, that's way too far for me to reach, because as you can see, the whole layout is against the wall. It's fine if it stands away from the wall, you can get around either side, but this is why I've only got one loop, so I had to have lots of different cut-offs. Right, wait a minute, I was supposed to be writing down someone's name. Aussie, wait, he's back up there. Aussie Frenchman, I'm sure. Oh, hello Michael Robinson, I didn't see you come in there. In South Australia, very nice. Oh, you're coming into summer. Oh, you lucky person. So Eric Caton is about to start his layout, or his test layout. Yes, I get it. Right, hold on. Someone gave me their name, and it was Mark, and I've forgotten who it was. I think it was Mark. Yeah, it was Mark. Why am I not finding that? Yes, Aussie Frenchman's name is Mark. Right, gotcha, right. Aussie Frenchy Mark. Gotcha. Lovely. John Barone. I have to say it like that because I'm an idiot. Hey, welcome along. That's a great thing about model railways, though. Someone is you build it the way you want to run it, and I kind of wanted mostly just to be sitting on my backside watching trains go round and round, but I've got enough sidings to do a little bit switching. But the problem with switching is your points or your turnouts have to be really good, or you just get derailments all the time. Hence why I'm just lifting trains off the track and putting them on manually for now, because I don't have time for all that nonsense. Right, what is James talking about? November 12th, next Sunday. What's happening there? Hey Glenn from New Zealand, welcome. How are you getting on with your layout, my friend? Have you started it yet? Or are you just regurgitating your old videos? I know it takes a lot of time and effort, but you know, you'll get there, I'm sure. Train show, right, James? Are you talking about the one in Ancaster? Okay, so James, you're not talking about the one in Ancaster, because you said you were going to the one in Ancaster, so I have no idea what you're talking about. Is it just me, or is that back reefer on that consist looking a bit slopey? Looks like it's leaning over. Nah, whatever. Yeah, John, it looked a little bit blank for doing the stream, so I just, yeah. I've got the town, I've got the buildings back in for now, but yeah, I need to get stuck into that. I did say I was going to do it this weekend, and it's already Saturday night, so I need to get the finger out, right? Welcome, Adrian Burkholder from Ohio. Thank you very much. A dog bone layout sounds really good, actually. Access all the way around, that sounds great. So my layout is about 10 feet by 13 feet. It's not huge, but it's adequate for now. I'm quite happy with it. Okay, let's put Steamy McSteamerson in his siding, and we will try the steam train that James gave me, just for a laugh, even though I've not cleaned it yet, so I need to run it fast, and it's going to spark. Right, I need to get my earplugs at the ready. This thing's loud, and I still haven't fixed the trailing wheels. Tell you what though, these old cast steel, cast granite, whatever they're made of, I've actually got a lot of detail for their age. Looks a bit goofy without its back wheels though, right? I am familiar with the name Marklin, but I don't have any. I think Marklin are mostly kind of European stuff, as far as I know. Oh, thanks, Adrian. I will let her know. Yeah, it's a good size. You know what? Compared to, oh goodness, a lot of people back home in the UK, they would die for something this size. But you know what it's like. The more space you get, the more you fill it. It's an endless cycle. So I can barely hear myself think. You can probably hear it through the mic. This train's pretty loud, but hey, it goes fine. I should really clean it though, right? And I can't run it any slower than this or it'll just stall. I know that Anthony Dodge, the train insider outsider guy, he's got a lot of Marklin stuff, HO scale, and it's obviously 2-rail, but it's mostly foreign stuff, which is really cool, but it's not really what I'm into at the moment. I was bidding on a set of 5 coaches for my Baltimore and Ohio PA1s, and it was sitting at like $10 for the 5 of them. Might even have been 6 of them. And then some cad, some rapscallion jumped in 2 seconds before the auction ended and picked them up for like $25. I was gutted. Locomotics Road Videos. Welcome, how you doing? Hello from Frederick. MD. Where's MD? MD is... oh, I can't think where MD is. Please remind me. Maryland, thank you. Jeeper Preacher, how you doing? And I'm not ignoring your question, Sean. I'll get to that in a sec. I need to get this train off. It's way too loud for me. Can't hear myself. Well, it goes nice and slow if I warm it up first. Isn't that nice though? That's going to look so good, and it's had nothing done to it yet. Obviously it needs its back wheels reattached, bit of cleaning up. That is going to be awesome. Thanks again, James, I love this thing. Right, let me replace that with something a bit quieter. Right, where were we? I had a question. Oh, good old Athern's derailed already. Too many wheels. Wait till it gets a bit closer and I'll re-rail it. And that's okay, it's re-railed itself. And I've still to add all the detail to this train as well. I've got the box with all the handrails and the little, what's it, sand filler caps, all that kind of weird stuff that I don't even know what it is, but I've got all that to add to this. Just not been around to doing it yet. Right, off you go. Right, I had a question, didn't I? So, no, I am not doing any specific era. I am doing anything from... Okay, the layout itself will be based on kind of a modern era, right? Anything from the 90s upwards. But obviously you're still going to have old houses. You're still going to have old houses even today. So old houses are fine on your layout, even if it's a modern layout. With regards to all the trains, because I'm new to Canada and new to North America, I don't know where all the trains, the real life trains, would run to and from, or from what state or what province. So I've got that ignorance on my side that I can just run what I like for now. And for the older stuff that doesn't really fit in a modern layout, I've said this before, but you might not have noticed or heard, I'm making a sort of train museum where older trains and foreign trains can park at the train museum station, and all my little people can take rides on the visiting foreign or older loco. That's the mentality behind that. So I'm not really stuck in any era or any country. Although, obviously, generally it's kind of North American themed, because all the British stuff is generally 00 gauge or 00 scale, which is bigger than HO scale. So it looks a wee bit goofy on the track. Although I did have, forgotten his name, guy in London sent me 2 of these BR locos, which are actually HO scale, but they're tiny. They're so small compared to like the equivalent HO scale North American loco. See if I can get a proper side by side. That's the difference in British versus North American locos. These are both HO scale. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So 00 scale doesn't look great with all the stuff I'm running. I still like it though, and I might get some when I'm over in Scotland next month. I might grab some Hornby type stuff, just for a change, you know. Right, did I miss anyone? Michael Robinson, did I say hello to you? Oh no, I did. Right, he's away. Bye. Thanks for dropping by. The cars, yes, I agree. The actual toy cars, the model cars. Or are you talking about the train cars? I don't care. I do care about the 187 scale cars though. I'm not too bothered about the running stock or rolling stock, but I want to try and get 187. The police car I've got down there in the town next to the Timmy's, that's just a Matchbox, whatever fits in the blister pack Matchbox things. It doesn't look too bad next to the Timmy's, but if I put that little 187 Miata next to it, you'll see how overly sized it is. Yeah, that's not going to work. So if I'm going to use any Matchbox or Hot Wheels cars, they have to be completely separate from the 187 cars. Yes, the F45, I thought it was a SD45, F45, whatever. You're talking about the one I just showed you, the Santa Fe? Yeah, that's huge. I think it's actually the longest loco I've got. And I've got 2 of them. Talking of which, let's put one on. I'm going to put my B&O on because I really like this one. Yeah, I thought I'd put an LED in this, apparently not. Let me get round to that. I think I've seen the remote controlled 187 cars, but it just seems extremely difficult to get that all set up to go around the track. Not the track, round the road. We'll see. It's way down in the priority list for now. He's going to have to come off. He's too slow. Sorry, BC Rail. You were being caught by B&O. He's flying. Let me slow him down. I put away all my freight stock for now because it just takes up so much space and I need to get stuck into the layout this week. So I've just got some passenger cars out tonight. Okay, Sean, where is this show? Wait a minute, when did you say? Next September? That's a year away. God, I'll be on to my next hobby by then. Is that the one down at Otter Valley? Otter Valley Railway place? Yeah, I should have gone this year, but kind of felt a bit out of place, to be honest. I don't know enough. Nothing to contribute to these guys. Colin, I was into cars for most of my life, but just the start of this year, I just seem to be turned off by the cars for some weird reason. Might get back into it next year. I'm blaming back pain, and I put a knee out last year shoveling snow. So working out in my driveway in cars just wasn't doing it for me this year. I wonder if I can add a wee link to my other channel. I wonder if that will work. Wonder if the thing will work here. Hold on. Will that work? I wonder if that would work. Hello, Randall Ellison. Good evening. You've not missed much. Model rockets. If I was to get into another hobby, it would probably be RC planes or drones. We had a very basic rudder controlled plane. It only had rudder control. It didn't have any ailerons. It wasn't great on a windy day, but oh, so much fun. Oh my goodness. And then my wife had a shot and she nearly killed us. She flew it straight at us. We had to hit the deck, flew right over us and went back up in the sky. It was hilarious. It was so funny. And then it flew away. We never saw it again. Gerald Ratte. Good evening. Hopefully I pronounced that right and I didn't completely butcher it. This is a nice loco, but it's kind of boring, so I'll put something else on when he comes back round. Collins Railroad, I'm in an aerospace class. Well, that's an expensive hobby. I like to watch the YouTube videos of the gigantic RC planes. You know, the huge ones like the jumbo jet stuff, or even the seaplanes. They're very cool. I can only imagine how much work goes into making them and how expensive they must be. And obviously you have to know how to fly them. Yeah, Gerald, I will be doing the town. I'll probably start that tomorrow. Let's see. So I need to take all my buildings down. They're just stuck there for now, just for tonight. So get all the buildings out the way, and then I'm going to dig up the centre area, because I'm going to be adding the moving car system, but I'm going to do it in a completely separate module so that I can lift the whole moving car system out of the middle of that area and work on it away from the layout. I mean, why give yourself more work leaning over stuff, right? Papa John says he just got an RC drag strip. That sounds like fun. Is it like slot cars? No, RC. RC? How does that work then? RC drag strip. Does sound great. I had a friend that was into RC car racing. Way too fast. I couldn't see what was happening. Your reactions have to be super fast. Oh, that was a wee bit early for that one. It's really hard doing this camera work. I've got like 5 cameras to take care of and trying to seamlessly transition between different shots. I would also like to get some coaches for the Union Pacific locos. I think they're just yellow, right? Colin, that sounded expensive. Because even though RC cars are pretty small, the builds aren't small, I'm sure. Because everything's precision made, right? Barry Will, welcome! Try RC 1/14 semi. I can't. I've got this annoying little heart symbol at the end of the chat, so I don't get to see the whole chat until the next person comments. Anyway, Barry Will says try RC 1/4 semi Troc. Troc. That must be a typo, right? Locomotics road videos. B&O Chesney is my all-time favourite road. Yeah, can't blame you. Sounds great. Adrian says, I want to do a hot air balloon festival in my layout to mimic the one we have each year. Some on the ground and some taken off. I had an idea about that actually, about having a hot air balloon or two on the track, and I was going to use like 4 bits of wire strong enough to hold the balloon up, but flexible enough that it would move about with a slight breeze. Still in the thought process, you know. Okay, so Barry Will says it's 1/14 semi truck. Oh, semi truck. So articulated lorry, radio controlled. They must be fun to reverse into spaces. Probably just as hard as the real thing, right? So, Papa John, my thoughts were to use the 4 wires connected to the ground up to the balloon and then kind of disguise them as securing ropes. That was my plan. And they would wobble a bit because each wire would be in a sort of square pointing up the way, and it would just kind of hopefully move about naturally. That's my plan anyway. That'll probably never do. So I managed to download another app for another iPhone. So I've got, right, everyone's got old phones, right? So I'm currently using the top left cam is a cheapy webcam. The top right is a cheapy webcam. The bottom two cameras are my current iPhone on the right and an old iPhone on the left. So for one of them I used a program called Irium, which is free. And the other one I used Camo, which is also free with limits, you know, feature limits, but they work perfectly well. And they'll just plug into the PC, use them as webcams. So in total it's cost me about, well, apart from the price of the phone, which obviously I would have the phone anyway, it's maybe about $60 in camera gear. It's not bad, quite happy with that. So Colin says, wait a minute, let me get back to this. Colin says, I'm also in a robotics class and me and my group built an RC soccer bot. Currently testing the codes. That sounds crazy. I hope you're taking video of all this as you go. These things would just go mental on the internet. Adrian says, I have 2 printers, they're a game changer to the hobby. Yes, I've got a 3D filament printer and a 3D resin printer. They both do completely different things. The resin printer is really good for the small details, the figures, the people, little traffic cones, wheelie bins, that kind of stuff is great with the resin, but the bed in the resin is only that size. The filament printer, the bed is that size. Obviously you can print bigger things, but the detail's not so good, but they've both got their uses. Yeah, we love them both. Talking of which, I really need to print off some jersey barriers for James. I did promise them. I just haven't been bothered. I need to fill up the resin again, and it's a whole gloves and mask thing, you know. But I'll do that for James. Next time I see him, I'll drop them off. He'll probably have his layout finished by then. Yes, sorry. Yes, the resin is a hassle, but the results are really good. We use water washable resin, so we don't need the whole isopropyl rinsing thing. We can just wash it in water, but you still need to wear the gloves. You should wear it in a well ventilated area. Use it in a well ventilated area. And you've got to be careful how you dispose of the fluid that you've cleaned off your prints. You shouldn't pour that down the sink, it's toxic. You have to leave it out in the sun or use a ultraviolet light to create the chemical reaction to turn it into plastic, and then you can throw it in the bin. But even then, I don't like throwing plastic in the bin. So yeah, resin's a bit of a pain, whereas the filament, print it, it's done. Not really much waste unless there's a huge spaghetti disaster when you're printing stuff. Right, what train will we run next? Let's see, what have I got? Well, I've got quite a few. Don't think I've run any CN trains yet. Well done. Oh, that was a terrible stop. Very unrealistic. So this is actually a Mehano all-wheel drive, but it runs surprisingly good. This is the weird thing about Mehano. Some of them run really noisy and rattly and lumpy, but this one's actually pretty good. Doesn't have a very good start speed, but it runs nice. Although it seems to be making a weird noise. I'm bringing him back. That needs a bit of work. I thought I'd already fixed that one. Ugh. So that's also a Mehano. Much quieter. Actually much lighter. I wasn't expecting this one to run as well, but that seems alright. And then it does that. Thanks. Just hate it when they embarrass me like that. Let's try a Chizzy. Oh, slow down. Another Mehano. Problem is, I don't run the Mehanos much because I like the really quiet locos like the Trainlines and the Athearn stuff. So they seize up a bit, the Mehano stuff, which is a shame because they run okay. They're not as refined as the other stuff, as you probably know. Okay, I'm reading Gerald's post. Here is an idea on the hot air balloon. Transparent fishing wire glued to the top of the balloon with LED flashlight from the burner on a pulley. I'm guessing suspended at the top of the background on a sturdy 2x3. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I care enough to do the hot air balloon. That sounds like too much effort. I've got loads of other stuff to do. Maybe in the next layout, right? Where'd the train go? Oh, there it is. This Chezzy's okay. It's a bit plasticky looking, to be honest. The orange is a bit too... Nah. It's alright. I like this size of loco, but not this particular loco. It's, as I say, it's a bit toy-like. I've got other locos that I prefer that I'll put on right now, actually. So this is an Athearn, I believe it's a GP35, I think. No, I don't have any Kato trains, because I'm not made of money, you know. Plus I've never seen them for sale, other than new ones. I'm not doing any rolling stock tonight. It's all tucked away, safe and sound. Other than passenger cars. Yeah, I love the chases. They're just ridiculously colourful, you know. I don't know why it sounded a bit weird there. Ridiculously colourful. I thought they were fake when I first saw one, then I looked up a video and apparently they're real. I think they look great. We need a bit of colour in our lives, right? That's one thing I've not done yet. I've not done any weathering on locos. There's just so much to do. I want to get the layout kind of semi-complete before I move on to the next technical thing. I've done all the wiring for the layout, well, for the track, but then I've got all the wiring to do for all the turnouts and lighting and all that kind of thing. Just heaps and heaps of work. I mean, fun, hobby stuff, crafting. But yeah, it takes a while. Jeeper Preacher, model railroaders are broke by default. Night Bill, thanks for dropping by. Thanks. Layout is looking exactly the same as you saw it last time, but hey, hopefully it'll look different next weekend. Wow, Glenn, honestly, everything in New Zealand and Australia as well, it's so expensive, I can't believe it. How can you afford to even eat over there? It's insane. Locomotics road videos. The first freight trains I ever went on were Chesney. Oh wow, that's cool, you must be really old. The crews were very friendly. I only hear good things about the Chesney system. It's a shame they're gone. Locomotics, can I get your name if you don't mind? Save me saying all that. Unless you don't want to give me your name, in which case that's absolutely fine. I'm writing them all down. A bit of paper. Oh, I don't think me doing a video of how I store my trains is a good idea. They're just thrown in boxes. I'm losing track. I think I ran that train already, right? And it was a bit naff. So let's move on to... okay, let's move on to the Lehigh Valley that caused so much distress to everyone. So, this one that I did the video of on Friday. So I spent, as you know, 20 minutes trying to figure out how to make this train go around the track when it only had rear wheel drive. And everyone commented, you know, worm gear at the front, it's just pushing dead wheels kind of deal. And to me it's like, well, obviously that's why it wasn't going round. So I rewatched the video that I made and I was like, oh my god, why did I not realise that? It took me 20 minutes to finally put a drive shaft on it, and I still didn't comment that that I had worked out why it wasn't able to move the loco with rear wheel drive. That was weird, just because normally I can figure that stuff out. Anyway, I had stolen the drive shaft from the orange Santa Fe that you can see just in front of it down below. Anyway, I cobbled together another drive shaft, so both of those locos are now working again. The thing is about storing my trains, I don't really have anything of great value. The most expensive thing I've got is this that Solar Garage sent to me, or got me from my Amazon wishlist, which was brand new DCC loco. But I don't store it, I put it on the shelf because I use my trains. I'm not like James, you know. Everything I have gets used, and then if it turns into scrap, I've got like 3 scrap trains now that I had to give up on them. They're in a box for parts. But anything that I intend to use doesn't get put in a box. Obviously rolling stock's a bit different, so... But again, all my stuff's old and crap, so it doesn't matter if it gets shoved in a box, right? It's not going to get any worse. I mean, it's put carefully into a box. I've even got some styrofoam between the layers of trains. That Chezzy's gone too fast. Look at him go. Slow you down. Right, I got that. So, Locomotics is called James. Thank you, James. You are on the list. Let's see if my Chezzy steam train will get round today. I actually keep forgetting I've got this. Oh, so many wheels, come on. Right, let's see if it behaves. Completely smashed the front of it when I was trying to fix the headlight. Just tried moving it a little bit and the whole front broke off. Right, go. Go. Here it goes. I think it just derailed. Yeah, Adrian, that's pretty much what I've done with my passenger coaches. It's just a layer of coaches, styrofoam, another layer of coaches. Well, he didn't get very far, did he? And that's the end of that. Don't have time for these pernickety locos tonight. Let us go with... Oh, I don't think we've done a CP rail, have we? Let's do a CP rail. This is actually one of... This is a bit of a surprise, actually. I can never remember the make of this one. But this should actually be rubbish, but it runs really nice and it's pretty smooth. But think it's... I don't know what it is. But it is four-wheel drive, full-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. And it runs really nice. But it's not like an Athearn, it's not a Bachmann. Might be Model Power. Does that sound familiar? But it runs great. Because all the other F1s I've got, like the CP Rail and the CN stuff, it sounds really whiny, you know, cheap motor, pancake stuff. But this has got a proper motor in it. That's something else I need to do, is get some CN passenger coaches. I don't have any of them. I've got some Via Rail, but that's it. I don't think it is a Atlas or Kato. Normally when it's a good make like that, they'll print the name on the bottom. But the cheaper stuff that goes from ownership to ownership is like, you know, the older lifelike stuff, or the Mahano or Lima even. Nah, Lima's not that bad. But no, it's not Athearn, it's not Kato, it's not Atlas. I don't know what it is. Here's a question then. Why do model train manufacturers not always put the name on the locos? What is that all about? Are they embarrassed about what they've created? Because most of the Mahanos I've got don't say it, they just say like made in Luxembourg or wherever it is they're made. What's that all about? Why don't they put their names on their locos? Okay, so Papa John, so basically if they were going to make a train for like the local grocery store Christmas box, then they might not put their name on it. Does that sound about right? And then it's down as like President's Choice or Walmart Special, whatever. That would make sense then, I suppose. So a lot of the ones without the names on the locos might actually be from a train set at some point. I was watching Go Via or Go Home's review on the pipe wagon cart thing. It looks really nice, but oh my goodness, what was that, about $70 or $80 for one little half goods wagon, really? And then you had to buy the pipes for it? I can't justify that sort of expense. It seems an awful lot of money. I know there was like was that 5 or 6 pack for $350? It's like, what? I'm not there yet. I'm not at that expense of, like, $300 to me would buy a whole day's worth of train show junk. Yeah, Bachmann. Yeah, I've noticed Bachmann do train sets for other people as well. Let me slow him down a little bit. I think next up will be a nice bright yellow loco, I believe. I've never made a kit loco or kit goods wagon. That just sounds like an awful lot of work for something that you can just buy pre-made. But if that's what you enjoy doing, then by all means, you know, you do you. I just feel that you're not getting paid to build it yourself. Junking, is that a new term? Right, let's go with junking. I'm going to be going junking in Ancaster in a couple of weeks. So this is forgotten. It's really heavy. This yellow Santa Fe I've got, but it's kind of noisy, and I've tried stripping it down and cleaning and lubing, but it's just noisy. It's a shame. It runs really good, as you can see. Looks like we're in India tonight with the music. You break out the hash pipe. So I think I'm going to run this for another 10 minutes and we'll finish off at 11 PM. Yeah, no one can be a bad influence on me because I don't have the money to spend on things like that. I'm still enjoying buying the cheap stuff, to be honest. I'm not really at that stage where I require mega detail, you know? Everything here is new to me, new and fresh, even the old stuff. I need to change this music, it sucks. That's better. Are you talking about Paris Junction by any chance, James? I think I need to get out and see some real trains this week. Go to one of my favourite spots, do a bit of rail fanning. It's quite relaxing. Might have to wait a wee while, but it's nice to see the real things now and then. Tell you what, before I go, I've got a little video link to post up for Greg Dean, who is sending me something, which is nice, but I thought I'd plug his channel. So here's a bit of a wee sneak preview of his layout. So if you want to nip over and see Greg at Acton Man, just watch this video. You'll be shocked at all his awesome locals. I'm just a drill watching this little video. It's so cool. No, I don't have any Roundhouse locomotive, but you probably weren't asking me. So this is Greg Dean, who has got, it's actually a really great layout as well. Wait till you see some of these locals that he's got. Just insane. I'm just a little bit jealous. Oh, those coaches are nice. I could use them. There's a Baltimore and the High, a little steam train. That looks like New York Central. Look at all those yummy trains there. And then look at all these yummy trains. He's got Chessies, he's got everything. I need to go and visit. It's a nice little train shed as well. So yeah, he's got a similar style of layout to me in that it's hugging the wall all the way around. So easy access to everything, although that looks like a bit of a reach there. Well, it goes round there and back. I'm guessing this is the steam train area. Awesome. We'd love to see some of them running. So he's just started out. He's got like 47 subscribers. And do him a favour and check him out at the end of the stream if you don't know. Oh, I like that SC-35. That was nice. Oh, that Bowden's nice too. Nice Union Pacific at the back. So, just a bit of everything in his layout. Very cool. More awesome trains. The NSF. Lots of CSX. Awesome, eh? One day that'll be me. Unlikely. Right, I'm going to put one more train on before we finish up. What will it be? Will it be the steam train or will it be my Hudson, Delaware? Vote now. Sean, I could put the I just say Via Rail, right? That's the way I say it. I could put that on, but I don't have any coaches at the back of it, so it would look a bit naked. So I think we'll stick with what we've already got on the track, either the Hudson, Delaware and Hudson, or the CN steam train. So far I've got one vote for the Delaware and Hudson. Oh, 2 votes for the Delaware and Hudson. 1 vote for the yellow Santa Fe. James has said goodnight. Good night, James. I can't do the cab view camera at the moment because the bridge I've got up there, it's not wide enough for my little GoPro, so I'd have to kind of disassemble that for my camera, unfortunately. Okay, it's going to be the Hudson, Delaware, Delaware, Hudson. Let's get it on. It's DCC, so all the lights should come on as well. It's the disco train, because I don't have Keep Alives in it yet. It's not too bad though. No, it looks pretty bad. Maybe I just need to clean the wheels again. Oh, quick point to note. You noticed I'm running my B unit now. I swapped the trucks over from the Erie Lackawanna dummy locomotive, which had articulating trucks with the couplers attached. And now that I've attached that, swapped them over to the Hudson Delaware thing, it doesn't derail and it looks fantastic. Really pleased with that now. RNL Trains and Planes, hello, we're just about to finish. I'm sorry. Hey Barry Will. Apparently I got Barry Will back into trains. My condolences, I do apologise for that. Nope. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I forgot to switch that bit of track on. Oh, that's the wrong bit of track. He was about to crash into the steam train. Ooh. Need to reverse him back a bit. That was close. That could have been the first crash of the evening. Ugh. Look what's happened. Look at this. It's chaos. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this manually. Hold on. Hand of God. Right, go. So they are obviously not Delaware coaches, they are Via Rail coaches, but they have the same colour scheme, so it'll do for now. I really wanted to make them all KD couplers, but they don't work on this track. The track is too undulating, the joins are not perfect enough, and as soon as something jumps up a little bit, the KD just falls off, whereas the horn hook, it kind of stays together. So it'll do for now. Again, once I redo the track or build the next layout, I'll build it with KDs in mind, make it a bit more precise. Good night, Sean. Thanks for dropping by. And I will be... Why have you stopped? Oh, for goodness sake. Move. I was going a wee bit slow to be hauling all that up a hill. But yeah, I will be signing off at some point soon. Maybe give my big train a couple of laps. Thank you all for dropping by. I'm sure you've got better things to be doing on a Saturday night. I certainly don't. And I will see you all on Monday for my Monday mail call. It's pretty special. I got some amazing gifts from Steve and David. I did kind of show some of them on the last live stream, but you'll get a better idea of everything I got from Stephen. Very cool stuff. Links to his website. He does lots of miniature cars, automobiles. Amazing stuff. Thank you very much, Randall. Hopefully the next stream I'll have a bit more actual content, you know. Maybe do a painting people thing, or I'll try and repair a loco, but tonight I just wanted to chill and play with trains and talk to my friends in the comfort of my basement. Autorail Studios, did I even say hello to you? What's your name? I wanted your name. Well, I don't need your name, but it would make life easier if I know your name. I'm sure you were in the last stream and I asked, but I didn't write it down, so if you don't mind, give me your name and I'll write it down so I know who I'm talking to. Autorail Studios. Good night, Robert. Good night, Gerald. Oh, I think Otti's gone. I think I missed the chance to get his name. Okay, folks, that's it. Thank you very much, and I'll see you maybe next Saturday. Then we'll do another stream. Saturday night seems to be quite a good one. Good night, all.